guys, it's June here, and wherever you are around the world, I hope you are staying safe and feeling fabulous. We have quite a bit to talk about today, plus I am also announcing the winner from the last giveaway. So stay tuned and let's get rolling! Today's featured read is Such a Fun Age by Kiley Reid. Now this is her debut novel, and wow, I guess quite a debut for her indeed, because it just came out in the news that this book is actually being longlisted for the 2020 Booker Prize. Now, to be honest, it did come as a shock to me. Now, no shade towards the author. I'm sure she's amazingly talented. It's just that I am... Well, let's just start with talking about the book a little bit, okay? So now Amira Tucker is a 25-year-old African-American woman, and she is holding two part-time jobs, one as a typist and the other as a babysitter. Now, as a babysitter, she is looking after a young Briar, who's 2 years old, and her parents are the Chamberlains, and the Chamberlains are white. Okay, now I need to bring this up because, you know, it kind of puts into context what happens next. Okay, so Amira was called away from a night out with her friends to the Chamberlains because of an emergency. Now this led to Amira taking 2-year-old Briar to a store while things were being sorted out at home. Now at the store, she was confronted by the store security guy. Now this is really mall cop all over again. She was, you know, confronted by the security guy because and I think somebody at the store probably reported this and brought this to the attention of the security guy. She was under the suspicion of having kidnapped her young charge, right? So and of course, one thing led to another. You know, it started to escalate, and the situation became extremely unpleasant until Mr. Chamberlain, Briar's dad, came and sorted out the situation. Now, after that whole unpleasant incident, Alex, who is the baby mama, she goes out of her way to sort of to make up to Amira for that, to the point of being a little bit obsessed. Okay, so yeah, so sort of like to make up for what has happened to her. And and it's one of those situations where things kind of just got out of hand, and it's because part of it's because Alex, sorry, I gotta say that name correctly, Alex. Now why I know she's called Alex and not Alex, it's because with this book I actually did half the reading on ebook, and then I kind of did half on audio as well, and sometimes I enjoy that because I like to hear the accent and the slang and all that. So yeah, so her name is Alex, that's the baby mama. So she's like, I think she's trying to make up to Amira for what happened, but she is overcompensating. And that sort of leads to a lot of unpleasant situations. So the thing is, when you read this book, to me, I found it really easy to read, very enjoyable, very entertaining. It was not, again, no shade here, it wasn't the kind of book that I thought was going to be like, whoa, you know, really deep, if you know what I'm saying, and very complicated with emotions and stuff. It is there, but at the same time, it's being delivered in a very light manner, if that makes sense. It is an extremely enjoyable read. I find it enjoyable, but there are a few layers here that I feel is worth exploring as well. Number one is, if we look at Amira, she's really very much like everyone else in their 20s, right? I remember a long time ago when I was in my 20s, you're kind of like wondering where your life is going. Now she is a graduate, okay, I think an English major. So, and you guys know, as an English major, your options in the job market, you know, may not be as extensive as some other graduates. Okay, let's just put it that way. No shade, you know, just follow your dreams, study whatever makes you happy. But in her case, you know, she's kind of like watching her friends moving on, watching her friends accomplishing things in their career, falling in love, having relationships and all that kind of thing, whereas she's still kind of finding her footing. So even at that age, she feels like she's not really sure where she's going with her life. Now after that incident, which I want to go back again, that incident at the store where she was being accused of kidnapping her young charge, one thing led to another. I won't go too much into details so that you can enjoy the book as well. Let's just say she becomes well known, okay? And then she finds that, well, the job offers starts to come, and I don't know, I just felt like I felt so bad for her in a sense that she, you know, she has a degree, but it took an event that is like this for people to notice her, and then suddenly the job offers come. So yeah, so that's something for us to think about. You know, those are the challenges that she probably is experiencing because she's an African American. I mean, like, you would not expect to be accused of being a kidnapper just because, you know, the child that you're carrying is of a different race from you. I don't know, right? So honestly, that scene at the store was really one of the most frustrating for me. And I was just so angry reading it because I know this is real. This whole incident that happened there is so real. And I think a lot of people don't realize that the African American community does have, they do put up with so much discrimination. And so this book brings out topics like this without being too, I guess I would use the word without being too dark, if you know what I mean. It is very entertaining, but if you read deep into it, there are really a lot of layers for us to explore. So in that way, I find that the book is really enjoyable. And although it may appear to be a very light-hearted read, I mean, that's how I feel. But if you take the time to go through some of the characters and what they're like and how they dealt with each incident, you know, then you can reflect on that a little bit more, and then understand that there are special challenges that the African American community has that they have to deal with. And and it's good for us to know, so that we can be a little bit mindful. Now back to it being longlisted for the Booker Prize. Now, you know, I'm really happy for her that this book is longlisted, and also, my gosh, for once I'm actually reading a book before it was even longlisted. Usually I'm terrible with award-winning books. I just can't. They are so difficult for me to read. I get lost within the first 2 paragraphs, and I'll go like, oh, this is too difficult. So I'm kind of like pleasantly surprised, and I'm happy that this book is being longlisted, because it shows me also that I think people are starting to be more diverse in their selection, and it's not just a certain type of writing that people are looking for. Well, I did enjoy this book. I found it very easy to read, very entertaining, very heartwarming on many occasions, but at the same time, it also brought to light some of the challenges that, you know, that people who are of the minority do feel. And the reason why I use that term is because, you know, this is of course based in the US. I live in Asia. We have the same sort of situation here, maybe with different races. So in a way that I feel that if you read this, it puts you in the position to sort of to be a bit more considerate of others, and, you know, do think about how we may or may not be aware of our own discrimination. Okay, so the moment you have been waiting for, we are now going to draw the winner for our giveaway of Eating Chili Crab in the Anthropocene. So here we go. As you guys know, I would usually use this website, commentpicker.com. All I have to do is enter the URL, put in the keywords, and then all I need to do next is, of course, collect the comments and start the draw.
Well, hooray for Holly Morgan! You won yourself a copy of Eating Chili Crab in the Anthropocene.
Well, congratulations to the winner! Okay, do get in touch with me so that I can get hold of your address and send the book out to you. I do realize one thing though, guys. Every time I have a giveaway, the winner, I think, so far, has been someone who is taking part for the first time. Okay, I hope that does not discourage the rest of you to continue to take part if you have not won anything. Thank you so much for all of you who have taken part, and if you did not win, do not worry. August is going to be a special month because in August we have the National Day of Malaysia, Singapore and Indonesia, and I'm going to have a fantastic giveaway which will take place probably in a week or two. So make sure you stay subscribed to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, turn the notification bell on. You do not want to miss out on the next one, especially it's going to be a good one. That's all for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Until I see you again, remember to always be kind and be brave. Bye!